There's absolutely no way that after watching this scene from Ponyo that you did not fall in love with the idea of ramen. They made it look so good and fully made me believe that ramen is like the holy grail of noodles, which is only further worsened by my pre-existing obsession with noodles. So then tell me why, when I tried ramen for the first and second time, I hated it. Slight backstory. So I'm from Fiji, and in Fiji there's a lot of great food, but we don't have ramen there. So when I moved to Sydney, Australia, I was like, oh, I have to get the ramen. The first food that I tried here was ramen, and I got this. Now this ramen tasted like salt water mixed with wheat. I was so incredibly disappointed. Even the chicken karaage that they had was so under-seasoned. But afterwards, like, I checked the reviews of that place and turns out it wasn't really the best ramen place. So I went somewhere else with better reviews, and this is what I had ordered. A miso ramen, because it's one of the best-selling dishes and also because my cousins had recommended it to me. This just tasted too much like miso to me, and I think some people in the world like that, but not for me personally. But then I went back and looked at the picture of the ramen from Ponyo and realized that the two things that I'd ordered looked nothing like the ramen that was shown in the movie. So I'm like, wait, I think I'm just ordering the wrong thing. So I did my research, and now we're going on a quest to find out which kind of ramen do I actually like. My first stop makes perfect sense because not only is it the first place that pops up when you Google ramen in Parramatta, but also because it's like right next to my university. You guys, always do your research. That ramen is the first time that I've ever enjoyed eating ramen, and I didn't feel like I just had to swallow it because I paid for it. The broth was nice and salty, the noodles tasted like noodles, and I also really liked the chicken. It wasn't like in your face and packed with flavor, but it definitely was enough to keep me interested. So I think because of that, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. But just to put things into perspective, the first two ramen that I had were both less than 3. So this is great. This is actually really good. But yeah, I definitely did not expect to find good ramen on my first try. Like, even though I'm satisfied, it's probably not fair for me to like say that shoyu ramen is the best because I only had it at one place. So let's go try the same thing somewhere else. My next stop is another one of those better ranked ramen places in Parramatta. I wonder if it's gonna be like any different. I made a mistake, you guys. I didn't read the menu properly, and the shoyu ramen that I ordered was a vegetarian one, but it wasn't exactly vegetarian, it just didn't come with any meat. Honestly, it was kind of similar to the one I had in Mikazuki, and because there wasn't any chicken and the one that I had ordered before did have chicken, it would be really unfair for me to rank this place. So I'm gonna skip on that. Please remind me next time to read the menu properly. But I do have to mention, this place's vibe was amazing. I love the little Japanese toys they had, and also the waiter had a really nice t-shirt. I have a bit of beef with the place I'm going to next because I went there last time to get the miso ramen, and that was one of the ones that I did not like. But I'm going back there with my heart open and my fingers crossed. It tasted great, you guys. So my bad experience last time, it was fully due to what I had ordered and not because of the place itself. Sorry for doubting you, Hakkatum and ramen. But yeah, overall I'd give the ramen 8 out of 10. The broth was solid, the noodles were solid, and it came with a decent amount of toppings. But now I'm just realizing that all the ramens that I've had so far are great, but none of them have really made me go like, wow, this is the best thing in the world. Because the ramen that I saw on Ponyo definitely made me feel wowed. So I think I'm going to try experimenting a bit for the next place I go and try something completely different. I think there's around like 30 to 40 different ramen places in Sydney. So even choosing where to go is a big ordeal. But I chose the one that I'm going to right now because their menu looked the most experimental, which is perfect because the whole aim of today is like finding something new and different.
To consider it, but today's inspiring. Yeah, it's brand new. I'll come over more parents' youth. And then they do try and say, yeah, but they flew from Singapore. They're from Singapore, they're from London. Coming from London.
I'm not exaggerating one bit. That was literally the best ramen I've ever had. But who would have known that cheese would go so well with the ramen? Like, wow. Where do I begin? Okay. So the noodles were super smooth and soft. The chicken karaage, okay, that tasted so scrumptious. I don't know what they put in that chicken, but I want that recipe. Also, like it said that it's extra hot and spicy, but no, I didn't find it to be that hot and spicy, but it definitely did have a little bit of heat to it. If you want to try it out and you're worried about heat, like it's not that hot, it's fine. But yeah, overall 10 out of 10. I really feel like just going back and trying more of their menu. So I'm going to be doing something different for the last ramen place that I have to go. I just realized that every single place I've been to so far has been a restaurant. So now I want to see like if the mall ramen places are just as good. Seaweed, hard-boiled egg, and deep fried chicken. In the kindest way possible, it tasted like a ramen you get from the mall. Like it wasn't terrible, that's for sure. Like the toppings are pretty even and the broth was nice too. It just lacked that, I guess, authenticity or like feel that the other places it had. But to be fair, it was slightly cheaper than all the other places. So my biggest two problems with the ramen were definitely the chicken. It tasted a bit too processed for me, and also the noodles, which were a bit too soft. Overall, it wasn't that bad because I did finish the whole thing. But compared to the others, there's definitely a slight gap. So because of that, unfortunately, I'm going to have to give it a 5 out of 10. What did I even expect? Like, there's no way a mall restaurant would be better than an actual restaurant. That was a pretty successful quest if you ask me, and I have now officially learned that my favorite type of ramen is shoyu ramen. One thing that I've learned from this whole experience was definitely to do your research before you're going to try something new. It'll ensure that you're not disappointed and also save like a lot of money. But yeah, if you're from Sydney, do let me know like what other ramen places there are. I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface with ramen. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something from this video. Enjoy eating ramen. Till next time.